Guess the Boro Fan TV, I'm outside the Riverside. We've been beaten 2-1 at home off Brentford. I have AJ2 with me. AJ, is that one of the worst performances this season at home?
It's the reason why we're not in the top two. Simple as that. It's the reason why we're not in the top two. I've been saying it for weeks. I know we've been unbeaten the last 4. We look back at games this season, Guesty, Middlesbrough dropped points, and today we were comfortable, and he does a stupid decision. You have to blame that defeat on Pulis and his tactic. There's no reason, there's no logical reason to why you have to take off Britt on Belonga. There's no reason for it. He wasn't tired, he wasn't injured, so therefore you don't have to take him off there.
He was having a bit of a stinker, but there was no need to change things.
Why take him off when you're 1-0 up, 2 up front, you're at home? You take him off and then he brought on a defender, shock, that's Pulis. Puts 5 at the back, they push up 10 yards and score 2. Game's done. There you go, nice one, Pulis.
Personally, how I've seen it is, he brought a friend on, we went 4-4-2. Right, and that's how I've seen how it worked. Then he had to go back on himself and put another man up front. Sorry, we went 4-4-1-1. Then we had to go back to 2 up top after we'd gone 2-1 behind.
The thing is, he doesn't have to make the change.
No, exactly.
If you don't make the change, then that whole situation doesn't even come about. You don't go 2-1 down, you probably go and get your second one. There's no question in the first half it should have been 3-0 up and the game should have been done. I know there are 2 disallowed ones, but we had the chances there. Also, the officiating in this league is absolutely ridiculous. The referee today was absolute abysmal. He gives Johnny Howson a yellow card, right? With about 30 seconds to play on the edge of the box outside the north stand. A yellow card. You took him clean out on the edge of the box. It's a free kick. One in the first half, George Howard pulled back, nothing. You touch their player a little bit like that, and it's a yellow card to your player. The officiating in this league is it's ridiculous.
I'll agree with you. I believe the officials this season,
every week.
They've got worse every week.
It's every week, every single week. We get nothing, we get nothing off these referees every single week. Today showed it. Yellow cards, they weren't getting yellow cards, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? End of the day, today, one man ruined it for us, Tony Pulis, and I don't ever really got the manager in a proper negative light. But I cannot forgive what he did today. That doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. When he blows that full-time whistle and people are booing, you can understand why the hell they're booing, because we don't understand why on earth you've done what the hell you've done.
I don't understand. We've tried every formation. We've tried every player in different positions.
Yeah, but this one works.
It's worked till today, Jay, hasn't it? You know what I mean? Howson and Wing seem to be getting in each other's way. Saville wasn't effective on the left-hand side at all today. Do you know what I mean? So whether it's just a bad day at the office for them all, but it's been a costly one.
Oh my day. We would have come out the same today, 5 games unbeaten, and gone above West Brom, because they drew with Ipswich. They did us a favour, Ipswich. Nobody's seen that one coming, but shout out to Ipswich for doing it. We mucked it up, and it's one man that did it, and he can come out and give all the excuses in the world to why on earth he did what he did. George Friend doesn't have to step on the pitch. He doesn't have to. Listen, it's not George Friend's fault. You know what I mean? He's just a player. He gets called up, you go on the pitch. You don't have to take off Britt. It doesn't have to do it. There's absolutely no reason. It's ridiculous. The minute they push up 10 yards, we all seen what was coming. Ryan Shotton can't forgive. You know what I mean? Not me. I should say he can't have the ball gone back the net. It's fizzed out.
I felt a bit of communication on that goal. Shotton maybe could have left that and stepped out. I know it was fizzed across. Saville didn't have to head it. But Saville's not a left back.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter if he's not a left back or not, mate. It doesn't matter.
But was there no communication there to let him know he had time?
Saville, mate, the ball's in the air for about 10 minutes. You can see you got 2 men there. Don't just. What do you mean? You take it on your chest and you kick it away. Mate, you learned that in primary school playing for a team.
But like you say, a bit of communication from someone to let him know.
Of course that would have helped. But if there's no communication, just have a quick look. Have a look and just clear it. You can see then that Boro kind of under the cosh at that moment time, but Boro was still 1-0. There wasn't a problem. And then they go and score the 2 goals. And then he sits on the bench and goes, oh, hang on a minute. I've done something wrong here. I've suddenly changed things. I didn't have to change things. I feel sorry for Britt.
How do you feel, like you say, the fans were really chanting his name after he'd gone off? You know what I mean? He seemed to disappear down the tunnel when he went off as well. So
no surprise. There's no surprise why he went down the tunnel. There's no surprise. He must be fuming. Anyone would be fuming. What did he do wrong? What did he do wrong to come off the pitch?
He was having a bit of a stinker, but he's a type of player you've got to leave on.
How's that going to help his confidence? How's that going to help his confidence tonight doing that? How's it going to help his... It's not going to help his confidence, is it, Tony Pulis? It's not going to help no one, is it, doing that to him?
No.
Take him off the pitch. How's that going to help him? You see him come off the pitch. He's in a strop. He's going to be in a strop. He knows for a fact, right? He's had 3 chances before this one. He's going to try and put it right in this game, and then you take him off after an hour. Leave the kid on. Just leave him to play his game. You bring on Jordan Ugill. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't do anything. He didn't do anything for us. When he came, he did very little. The most he did was get a yellow card for a challenge on the halfway line. He did very, very little. And that's the reason why Boro are in the top 2. Because of stupid decisions. Stupid decisions. And let me tell you,
do you feel...
we drop points against teams that we don't need to drop points against. Today, we lost the game. We should have come out of here 1-0 winners. Whose fault is it? The managers.
We've lost the game there.
No, hang on.
We've lost the game there where when we go a goal in front, this is the first time for a long time where we've been a goal in front.
First time they beat us since 1964.
And we've ended up on the losing
side. Yeah, well, like I say, first time they beat us since 1964.
A lot of averages, mate.
At the end of the day, this is why we're not in the top 2, guys. I've been saying it for ages. And now people are starting to listen and starting to realise. The reason why we're not in the top 2 is because we drop points against teams that we don't need to drop points against. Rotherham here, when we drew 0-0 with them. Swansea, their fans went home celebrating since they won the FA Cup, and I came out here and I was screaming at you and telling you. Wigan last week. That's why you're not in the top 2. Leeds. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Again, today we drop points. They go home, and you see them after the game, man. The manager was in the crowd with them all, hugging them all. That's what it means to them. Yeah? We should not be out here now kicking off, but we are because of one man. You do not have to do what you did. And you know what I mean? We have to pay the consequence out because of his silly action. Well, I'm sorry, but next game, don't take him off. Get the team out, it's working. Or should I say it was working until he might have messed it up. And don't even try and change the formation in the next game and try and say that didn't work because Boro got beat. It's his fault why we got beat. He has to take the blame. Ryan Shotton can't take the blame for the own goal. And George Saville, okay, yeah, there's no communication. The one man who has to take the blame today is that man there, Tony Pulis. And I never, ever, 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 ever dig out the manager. But today I cannot forgive for what you've done. We had to come out of there 1-0 winners. But because of him, we've lost the game of football. Congratulations, Tony Pulis. Thanks very much, because once again, Boro have missed an opportunity to go fourth. I mean, we've got game in hand and all this malarkey and all this other stuff. We said before the game, right? These next 4 games, we could get something out of every single one. I now fear, right, Preston on Wednesday. I now fear Aston Villa, and I fear Norwich. I fear Norwich the most, because these teams that are at the top, and don't get me wrong, I know Preston aren't, and I know Villa are slowly creeping up, but the teams that are on the top, why aren't they dropping points? Because they're using this. They're not doing silly things. They're not making silly changes. Right? They've been consistent all season. We have not been consistent all season.
You can see like we win, draw, lose, win, draw, lose.
Yeah.
There's no run of 1-1-1-1-1.
No.
You know what I mean? And that's been, like you say, our consistency all season.
Inconsistency. It's cost us. And if Boro go to Wembley and Boro lose, everyone look back at these games and say, oh well, Boro should have done better. Whose fault is it today? It's Pulis's. He cannot dig one of them players out tonight. He cannot kick off at one of them players tonight and say Britt was this, Britt was that. He can't go a shot for the own goal, and he can't go a George Saville for his mistake. It's his fault. Because before he took up Britt on Bolonga, everything was running fast. Don't get wrong. Yeah, okay, they had a bit of pressure on us, but it's his fault tonight, and you've got to take the blame, Tony Pulis. Simple as that. We go on now to Wednesday, and I bloody hope something changes, because I tell you what, if he changes the lineup, right, I'm not going to be happy. It was no player's fault. Let's be real. Communication, okay, yeah, that was a bit of a problem. But your fault to why we lost the game, Tony Pulis, and it's the only time I've ever done about this season on camera, and it has to be said. It's a joke, and they weren't good enough, and you cannot be doing that. Cannot be doing that for a player that knows that he has to try and score a goal. It's not going to help his confidence. And like I say, it's Tony Pulis' fault. Who else can we blame?
Hey, JT.